Hey guys, Takashi's here. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Oh, whoever don't know me myself, I'm Takashi Hara. I'm a Japanese actor, filmmaker, currently based in Las Vegas, Nevada. I haven't updated any YouTube video for a while, even shorts or live or anything. It could be almost, I guess, like a 2 to 3 months. I actually tried a couple times last time, especially that was I think before the winter season, and then middle of the winter, yeah, I went to the snowboarding, ski some, just make some shorts and stuff, just try tested something like make some video and stuff. But I do want to do more focus on a speaking and talking my daily, let's say, what it's called, my reflection of my life. And also I'd like to share my passion of filmmaking. Yeah, again, if you ever know, I'm Takashi. I'm a Japanese actor and a filmmaker. So live in the US, and I just recently finished the film project, then so packed. So that I decided actually I wanted to really do some YouTube for my channel, but I decided not to do it just because of I want to more focus on my craft. So I've been working on 2 feature film at the moment, and I was working at the time, and then the film festival, the deadline was really close, so which means I really had to focus on a finish the project. So that's why I couldn't do 2 things one hand, because I'm still working full time at the casino as I'm a table game dealer, and that's also my another side hustle. I'm really passionate about it too, because I'm living in Las Vegas at the moment. But what's my main aim? Why I left Japan? In 2016, I moved to Australia, and I wanted to do more acting and filming gig, more in the film industry, not in Japan, in a Western culture. And then a couple years later, I met my wife. She's also a director, producer, filmmaker, actress. And then we started work together. And then we decided to move to America. So our passion is to making our own low-budget film, to make film accessible to anyone. So if you haven't watched our previous film, it's called Echo 8. It's on free. You can watch free. Just after watch this video, you can just type Echo 8 movie, and you can watch for free on this YouTube. So even in Amazon Prime or Apple TV, Tubi, multiple different platforms that we made release last year. No, it's already, yeah, last year, released last year. No, 2 years ago, 2024 already. Then after that, we make the prequel and a sequel, make as a trilogy. If you go to check my website, we actually filmed 2 movies at the one time in 2025. And that was crazy as hell, like 2.5 months. And which means, and also I'm also the co-director. The Maria is also, she's the main director, but also I'm co-director, and also I'm the main editor. I'm doing the handling and take responsibility on the whole post-production in a small team. Luckily, we have this time really thanks for Jack. Sorry, Zach, not Jack. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, my pronounce. Zach. So he's from Colorado, Denver. He's a musician, musical artist, and he's mostly worked for the game music. Nowadays, game music's amazing. And then he contacted us, and he's also jumped up as associate producer, and we work with him, and he composed music for our film this time. So it's 100% original song, and then it's a perfectly smooth transition, and with the drama, the emotional drive, trajectory of each characters, that's perfect. So I'm so happy to work with him. But at the same time, which means it's more like almost like most of my post-production I was doing, I love editing. Again, don't get me wrong, I love editing. And every year I work for how many short film I made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I got posters over there in my room, and the movie poster 6. Like, let's say 7 short film. I'm pretty sure I worked 7 short films, including no, more than that. It could be 10 short film, and then 1 feature film that I worked on as a director or editor or something, colorist or some VFX, whatever. And this time, I will tell more about how the film in what it's called low budget filmmaking is going on. Like, for example, this time, unfortunately, one VFX artist pulled down, which means he couldn't work with us this time. So, and then the time is very limited. And then what's the problem is, okay, why I couldn't do anything YouTube at all? Because I was making 2 feature film in one time. That was actually crazy. So you know what? You're an emerging filmmaker, and you want to become a filmmaker, you want to make a short film or feature film or whatever, TV show, miniseries, whatever. Trust me, as a director, as a producer, as an editor, make 1 feature film, that's a piece of cake. Trust me, it's super, I don't say easy, but it's still a piece of cake. Can you imagine you make 2 movies in one time, and then actually my first deadline was April, May. Here's May. That was May. Which date today? May 27th. Okay, April was the first feature film's deadline. So right after I finished the feature film, make a feature film, it's not just about make a film, because we are low budget, really limited resources. You have to do everything by yourself, right? So if the big budget, Hollywood, at least you have a $500,000 budget. Oh, you can ask someone to make a trailer. You can ask someone to make a poster. You can ask someone to design everything. Well, this time we actually, Zach joined us to make a sound effect and music. So he took in charge everything, the quality of the sound. That's great. But that's it. So everything else, I actually had to do everything by myself here in my room. So making a movie is not about fantasy stuff. It's everything happening in one room, one computer. Trust me, I have luckily I bought a Mac Studio this year, and it's really easy to edit in 4K. And I use the DaVinci Resolve, and this time all the VFX I had to do by myself in the muzzle flash or whatever, and that's the basic one. Not like that. I had to do all the rotoscoping this time for the Beyond, and because it's some electric fight scene, looks like a lightsaber thing. And there's some like a gaming world, like a PC world, like a Ghost in the Shell type of stuff. Not like a crazy as a Hollywood quality, but I'm talking about the basic VFX. But this time I had to do everything by myself. But overall, again, I love it. I'm really enjoyed making this 2 feature film that made me my quality as a skill as a filmmaker from here to here. So here to here, the big jump, right? So I'm quite happy with it. But that was full on. But just last week, happily, so we finished everything. I even did a poster by myself. That was crazy because, we just didn't have a time in the budget. So which means I had to I'm a producer, I'm directing, I'm making my own film, and then Maria's busy on the other stuff. She's really good at pre-production. So which means Maria's more working on the resourcing and management, and then also she's a business executive producer thing. So that's her stuff. Elizabeth, she's also a producer, she's a writer. She's more main focus in the writer. And she's a little bit supporting more as a producer job, like a paperwork and a credit and stuff. So which means I have to take after all the post-production, but it's fun, of course. I'm not saying anything negative, but just I'm saying that making 2 movies, that was really hectic. And I'm happy to talk to you now because I just free. No more movie making at the moment. So I'm so happy with that. So hopefully we can get one of each. We actually submitted a couple major film festivals in the North America. Of course, it's a genre film thing, but hopefully get one of each our films. If we get both films, could get some big award, that would be appreciated. But even if not, it's okay. At the end of the day, what's your passion? Make your own movie. What's your message you want to tell? I'm a director, but I didn't write. I know I'm not good at writing, but Elizabeth, she's a really good writer. So she cooked and she made a script. So I see this recipe, and then as a chef, I just want to design how to taste a little bit more salt and pepper, a little bit more spicier, a little bit less spicy, or a little bit more flavorsome, or a little bit more sweeter or sour. That is the director's choice. So that's I've been working on it. But that kind of chef cooking from the recipe is how you design, how to create is actually the main message from the script, main message from the character's story, how to tell for you guys can feel it. That's my job. So it's really rewarding work. Anyhow, so this is what I've been working on it. So I want to talk about, so since I'm gonna start the YouTube channel again, for this Takashi Hara YouTube version 2.0, I'm thinking I actually want to more talk about the anime and video game stuff. You know, of course, I'm from Japan. I'm a geek. I'm 41 years old, millenniums. And for example, like recently, I really, really wanted to talk about Demon Slayers, but I couldn't get a chance. I watched the latest Demon Slayers movie. Oh my God, so many philosophy, so many Japanese, so many martial arts philosophy in the story, but no one talk about it. But no one talk about, oh, Demon Slayer is cool, action. No, not only that, no. It's actually history behind. A lot of things I want to talk about Demon Slayers. For example, whenever I watch Demon Slayers, it's not just about I'm watching an action film, but I feel like that story about my ancestors. I feel like the story of could be my grandfather's, era story, right? So I feel in my blood, the samurai soul thing, it's all the spirits and pass on to the next generation, So we're really deep. And that's the one topic. The second things I want to talk about Frieren. The Frieren, if you watch the Frieren, it's on the Crunchyroll. Oh my God. Didn't have any interest to watch the Frieren, but my colleague, he's really pushing me, Takashi, you have to watch Frieren. This is the best. So I started watching it. Man, I couldn't stop. I actually started reading the comic book on my iPad, and I'm just reading everything. And now second season's over, right? But they make the third season will be coming next year. I couldn't wait. So I just downloaded a comic book because I'm Japanese. I can read all the story. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I don't do any spoilers on this channel, but but so many good moment or so many good humanity moment, love, what it's called, like philosophy, spirit, moral as a human being, so many good stuff in the Frieren. So I want to talk about more in this YouTube channel too. So maybe, a lot of people watch anime and people love the Crunchyroll stuff. And as a filmmaker's background first, and the second is I'm from Japan, Japanese, my artist Japan background, how I feel could be a little bit different perspective for you guys, how you're gonna watch the Japanese anime. So maybe I wanna talk more that part in this YouTube channel could be interesting. Okay, so that's the thing. And also, of course, I was thinking more concept for this YouTube channel, more relax and chill and more like a nighttime radio that I tested, tried a little bit different version of my live stream, a bit more relaxing, like talking like this. Well, but I set up a little bit more. This is my living space. I normally do stretching, yoga, and then I put the projector on or play games or watching anime. And then here's my favorite, this is my bicycle. I love road bike, and then I go to my work. I don't drive, go to work. Of course, Vegas heat like 110 degrees in the summertime, but I still do it. I'm crazy, right? There's some books over there. and then the courage to be disliked. This is one of the top view of my YouTube channel. Especially I talk about 12 Kingdoms about the anime. That was another top view video. Well, this type of the stuff. Oh, even One Piece. I'm happy to talk about One Piece. Actually, I didn't pick up the One Piece. Well, which means I have to recap everything again, because some episode I'm missing, and some stories I forgot, because the One Piece started when I was elementary school. And so I think One Piece I could talk, but also I want to announce this year I want to do new challenge as Takashi Hara. I didn't tell anyone. I've been telling only for my wife. Actually, I'm start thinking outside of acting, outside of filmmaking, something different, but I've always wanted from my childhood. So I'm actually start thinking, you can see the book over there, or maybe I don't have to show now. But anyhow, I'm thinking to do some boot camp for become an astronaut. So of course, how can you? Of course, it's it's obviously it's not easy, and I'm Japanese, and if you want to become astronaut stuff, go back to Japan, do some of your science stuff, of course. But believe it or not, I have a science bachelor degree in Japan, and I used to be a biology teacher and then teaching mathematics and science at the high school or even in medical prep school, before the medical school, like the college, before the prep school, to teach them to the basic of the biology and science and stuff. But also I'm a qualified science teacher if I go back to Japan in high school. So I really have two things I have a really passion, except acting and filmmaking, okay? Acting, filmmaking, I have a huge passion over it. I'll put 100% commit, right? And then dealing at the casino, the same thing. I think the dealing is not just dealing. I feel it's a form of art. It's like a performing art. For me, that's my understanding, right? And but anything outside of these things, I'm still really passionate about education. Because I love kids. I love support kids. I'm happy to see the kids growing and then their success. That's I'm really passionate about, because honestly, from my love to something help the human being, right? And the second thing is I'm really passionate about science too. So I used to be really want to become an astronaut from my childhood, from 8 years old. I still remember my mom, smacked my face and almost bring me from the bedroom and then take to okay, sit down, Takashi, and watch this TV. And watch the TV. That's a space shuttle, 1992. The space shuttle went to the space. And Mamoru Mori, the first Japanese science astronaut specialist, he went to the space. And man, after that, I read all book about him. And then after that, I study anything. But I noticed my brain is not as smart to become that level. And I noticed the same thing in the space industry. So with Hollywood. So I'm talking about two stories, two topics. One is Hollywood is structured system, gatekeepers. If it's Hollywood, not everyone can get in. So that's why we make indie filmmaking. Indie filmmaking is open for community. Anyone can join. Anyone can be a filmmaker. Anyone can join for be an actor. Anyone can be an crew, right? So that's what we do as a Phoenix Eye, with me and my wife, me and Maria, what we doing as an Echo8 project was for filmmaking accessible for anyone. But how about the space? They have a space, same thing. NASA, it's called JAXA in Japan. NASDA, it used to be when I was a kid. But it's all government controlled. Someone only who can get, okay, who are the astronauts who became in Japan? Only who graduate is the national university, all right? And my brain is not that high, great. I'm not good at taking score. Maybe my reading skill not that high, so I couldn't get it. So when I was 18 years old, I thought my life is over because I couldn't pass the audition. I couldn't pass the exam. No, the same thing, acting. How many auditions you failed? Hundreds of auditions failed. Bye-bye. Don't worry about it. If you don't get an audition, don't worry about it. It's like once the door closed, another door opens. That's it, right? But I couldn't think that way. So I was so much stressed. So I can talk about Mamoru Mori actually, but the time actually I met Mamoru Mori, I could speak in another episode of my YouTube. But how can be accessible even the space or science education for anyone? I think the concept is same if it makes sense for you. So I'm thinking I found some new program in America. It's called Possum IIAS, and I even haven't taken any action, even haven't messaged them, even I haven't applied for them yet, but I'm planning from last year actually. I'm gonna do something. And if I don't get this one, it's okay. I might try to find a way, because it doesn't matter I can go to the space or not. It doesn't matter. I want to record on this vlog with you guys. I want to be challenging something until I die. So that's my record. And maybe someone, I don't have any subscribers yet, but maybe someone see this video in the future, maybe inspire a little bit, with some fire and flame in your heart. That's beauty. So I feel that I'm age 41 this year, and then turning into 42 in December this year. And I feel like, okay, if you think about it, you might die in age 80. I don't want it. I can live longer. I'd be healthy and I do more workout. I'm pretty sure I can live a little bit more longer. But of course, human has a body. You cannot, change. There might be technology ahead, but if you think about it, okay, half of my life is done. If I think like half of my life is done in acting, I didn't succeed in Hollywood. I didn't do anything. Luckily, I met my wife. I married, and I worked together with my wife, and we made a film and it distributed all over the world. It can be a part of success, of course. I'm not rich. I just live my own space. I'm just happy. But age 41, what's gonna happen my next another 20 years, let's say, to become, okay, before reach age 60, what I can do? And I start thinking, I need to give something to, share something or inspire something. I have to do more work, something for meaningful work. It's not for the money. It's not for the fame. It's not for myself. No, I want to give something to someone, make it life changing. So something meaningful work. Then I was research, study, thinking, and one day hit my brain. How about the astronaut thing? Because at least I graduate science, and then after graduate science degree, and then I moved to Tokyo. I was teaching some science, and after moved to Sydney, they don't care. It doesn't matter. I have a science degree or not. I have to work at a Japanese restaurant and then move into the sushi. And hello, sir, konnichiwa, irashaimase. That's because I need to pay the bills, right? But that's not the goal. I'm pretty sure there's some reason I studied science. So I also want to appreciate, I studied hard when I was college. That episode I can talk more about in another episode. But anyhow, this is my plan for my next YouTube channel. Okay? Thank you for coming back to this channel, and see you next time. I might try to do more live if possible, or vertical video if possible. Yeah. But that's so far my update what's happening recently. Bye.